So, dear friends, hearty welcome to the concluding session of the 7-day crash course uh, focus on TIFR GS 2025. Our resource person, Mr. Lalit is with us. Uh, so today, uh, yeah, today our session is the winding up session. So I'm sure that Mr. Lalit will share some tips and tricks that will enhance your performance in the tomorrow's examination and also in the forthcoming other exams also. The tips and tricks that will be useful in any exams. So I'm sure that today's meeting will be really beneficial to all those who are seriously preparing for this type of competitive examination. I welcome everyone to this program, and also at the end of this session, I request all of you to share the feedback of this 7-day crash course program, of course, organized by our Math Aspirants group, so that we can try to arrange this type of sessions more in the coming days for other exams like IIT JAM as well as GATE, CSDR NET, extra. So, yeah, with uh, all gratitude and love, I welcome Lalit to handle the session. Welcome, Lalit.
Yeah. So, good evening, everyone. So, first of all, I want to thank you, each one of you, for being part of this 7-day journey. It's not easy to stay consistent, attend every session, and actively engage with the problems, right? So, this shows your dedication, and trust me that this dedication is your biggest assess for the upcoming TFR exam. So, you have prepared for the exam for 1 year, right? Because you have been preparing for the exam for 1 year. So tomorrow is the day you have to show, right, yourself. I mean, you have to go to the exam, and most of you, it happens to students that they doubt their self before the exam. It happens to everyone, not to you only, because you might be thinking that. So you might be, doubting yourself that okay, what happens tomorrow is the exam? Will I be able to do the problems or not, solve the problems or not? I mean, there is a fear of the exam. So I want to let you know that you should not afraid of exam. Of course there will be tricky questions in the exam, but you don't have to solve each and every question, right? There are 40 questions in the exam. See, so my first advice for you is that don't waste for much of the time in one question. Okay, so sometimes what happens is that when this has been told to me by some of the students who has qualified now, but before, what he used to do is that suppose he is in the exam and the exam starts, then he's solving first question, then he kept on solving it still. If he's unable, I mean, if don't find the answer, but still he tried it. So there must be tricky questions there. So what you have to do first, when is exam in the screen, so try to solving is easy questions first. Okay, let me show you. Okay, let me present my screen. So for the for to show you that how one should attempt the exam, let me take the example of 2024 exam. Okay, 2024 exam. So let me present the screen. That suppose that I'm a student. Okay, this exam is in front of me. Then how will I what will I think? I will show you. Okay, so is the screen visible? Yeah, okay. So see, this is TFR TFR 2024 exam. Okay, so see, this is first question of the exam. Okay, so suppose this is my first question. So it says, what is the number of even integers n such that every group of order n is abelian? Obviously everyone can solve this, right? Everyone can solve, right? Because you know that there are only two integers, even integers. Z2 is abelian and Z4 is abelian. This is an easy question. I think that one can solve it. So you have to spend the time on it. But when you see this question, this is not. I mean, you not everyone can immediately answer it. So you can skip it. First, what you have to do, you have to solve the easy questions first. So how this is beneficial for everyone, let me tell you. Because when you are in the exam, suppose what happens that you are solving this question, then you spend time on it. Not all of you will be able to solve it immediately, but some of students may stuck on it, and one spend 20 minutes on it and cannot get the answer. I'm just taking example. I'm not saying that this is very difficult question. Just for example, okay. So then in these 20 minutes, what can be done? See, okay, suppose that at the first glance I realize that I cannot solve it, then go ahead. So this is very easy dimension questions. Okay, if you know the formula of dimension, that dimension of LUV is 2m. I mean the dimension of U and dimension of V, it can be solved. It is nothing more than the calculations. Okay, so one will solve it. So this is also of the question of dimension, and this is also easy. I mean this can be done by everyone in the exam. So remember this thing, that a tough question is tough for everyone, not for you only. Okay, so remember this thing. So paper will have some tricky questions, as I said already. That's part of your exam. But I want you to remember that a tough question is tough for everyone. Okay, your job is not to fight with that one question. Your job is to first grab all easy marks. If you do this, you will already be ahead of 80% of students. Okay, so let me show you that how many easy questions are there and what is the cutoff of TFR. Then we will compare that thing. Okay, so see, this can be done 3 questions. Okay, this might not feel solvable at first glance. Okay, just skip it. And maybe this may not. I'm just taking first those questions which are very easy, okay, can be answered. You already know all these things, so you already know this one, right? I mean, this can be done for. Okay, skip this one. If you, I mean, this cannot be thought immediately because this involves Cauchy integration tricks. Okay, so 4 questions, right? And okay, skip it. I'm just taking easy questions first. Skip it. Okay, this question one can dime this because this was already in the previous year exam, right? In the TFR 2020. If you have solved 2020 exam, then definitely you will solve this exam. I mean, definitely you will solve this problem. Okay, 5 questions. See now. So, okay, skip this for the moment. Okay, but this is easy, but skip it. And this is one of the, not easy question. I mean, one cannot easily decide that what is its answer. Not easily, but because first you have to characterize what is the characterization of a maximum eigenvalue of a positive symmetric matrix. Okay, then you can solve it. I don't think that a lot of students had solved this question in the exam, so you do not have to spend a lot of time on this question. Okay, if you, okay, suppose you have read it, then okay, if you think that you can solve it, but if you feel that okay, I'm not getting any idea which leads to the solution, okay, just go ahead. Okay, so see, right, the how, okay, do this 6 question. Okay, this can be done 6 question. Okay, now you come to the 15 question. Okay, so if you have remembered this conic equation, then try to solve it. If you forget, then don't, just go ahead. And this can be done easily, right? For the PG student, at least this can be done easily. 6 questions. And I am 100% sure that you must have seen this. And what is the formula for finding one dimensional vector subspaces? Or if you don't know the formula, you can do it. 7 questions, right? Easy attempted questions. Those are easy to solve. Just saying those questions, those are easy to solve. Okay, so okay, leave this for the being time. 8 question, right? This is just about decimal expansion. 9 question. Okay, so in part A I have shown you 9 questions which can be done very fastly. So okay, first try to grab easy questions. Okay, now what happens, see, now let me compare you with two. Let us compare two students, that student A and student B. And student A started from this point and he solves this question, then he spent a lot of time on it, then he comes to this question, okay, he solved it, then he comes to this question, okay, fine, then he comes to this question and spent a lot of time on it. But for the example, assume that he could not figure it out. Okay, This might happen that one cannot figure it out immediately, but this depends, right? So what happens, he has lost a lot of time already, but what you have done, you have got 18 marks, you have solved 9 questions. Now you can come back to the section and try to solve those questions which you have skipped and which you think, I mean, those questions, which question can be solved by you. You can think, okay, that, I mean, I cannot tell you that how, that depends on your concepts, okay, that depends on your preparation, but you just come back. This is, I mean, this is my strategy. I'm solving, I mean, first time this, okay. So let me tell you that have, I have very good score in this exam, TFR exam, twice, not only, okay, not only one time, and also in CSR net exam. So this is my way of solving. First I do just pick easy questions, and it doesn't matter for me that whether or not I can solve this question. In exam you are not going to, I mean, you do not have to solve every question, okay. Don't show their ego. Sometimes you feel like that, oh, I have prepared, so I can solve it, so I should solve this question. This is just question of sequences, why I'm not solving like that, okay. Don't feel like that, okay. So if you have solved 9 questions, let's go, come, I mean, move to the next part, okay. So see, this is the part, and this can be easily solved, right? Obviously, right? This can easily be solved. So one question, see, and okay. So most of you UG student have not studied metric space, in detail. Okay, let's leave this. Let's leave this. Okay. So this can be solved, right? Because this kind of questions you have already solved in previous year exams, right? So 2 question and 3 question, because this type of question you have already solved, faced in 2023 exam. Okay, same question. So 3 questions and 4 question, because this is a previous year question. Ditto, no change. And I think this is in 2020, maybe 2021, but around there. Okay, so 3 questions, right? And 4 questions. This kind of question, because this is very easy. Okay, 4 question. You can solve this. And okay, let me leave this first. Okay, okay. So let's leave this also. Uh, okay, let's leave this also. But this question, I think you should solve. Why? Because this question is already asked in previous year exams of CMI. And okay, let me move ahead. Okay, just we have solved 3 questions so far. Okay, 3 questions, and this is very easy question. Just take the example and counter it. 4 question. Okay, and yeah, so 4 question. Say this one. Now, yeah, 5 question. Okay, so in this way, 5 questions can be easily solved. Okay, I have considered only those questions in the, I mean, here only those questions which can be immediately solved by everyone. Okay, I'm not saying that these questions, don't think that I'm saying this question cannot immediately be solved. Okay, this depends on the your preparation, but I have shown you 14 questions in this exam that can be, first scan the exam. First scan the exam, what are the easy questions. Okay, just solve them. If you find some easy question, okay, I can do it, just solve it. Suppose that in the first for a moment, suppose that in the first 60 minutes you have done these 14 questions. Okay, then you have 2 hours to solve 24 questions. Okay, now you have to solve, just okay, suppose for the moment that you could solve in 2 hours 10 questions. Okay, 2 hours 10 questions, so you have 12 minutes for every question now, right? 12 minutes for every question, and those questions what I had I mean, I made you go through, those can be solved in 1 hour, right? Because they are easy questions. They do not involve some tricks, they do not involve something that you don't know. Are you getting this one, what I'm saying? So you have 2 hours now. In 2 hours you have to, suppose you solve only 10 questions correctly. Accuracy matters, okay. Keep that in mind, that accuracy matters. Because suppose that in 2 hours, in say in 1.5 hour, you solve 10 questions. Okay, 1.5 hour. So total number of solved question is 24. Now in the remaining half hour, you again solve the 10 questions, but all 10 are wrong. Then what is your score? Just 28. and that depends on the negative marking also, but 28, but that would not give you what you are I mean expecting, right? So if you solve 10 questions in those 2 hours, then you solve 24 questions and you get 48 marks. And believe me, 48 marks are enough to get a call from TFR Mumbai, not only from TFR Cam. Okay, the one of my last, one of students, Subhos, he got 47 marks last time. So he got a call from TFR Mumbai also. Okay, so and I know some students, some of my friends who got call in 4041. So what does that mean? The correct number, the questions correctly solved by them is 20 around. Okay, right? So do you understand this? And believe me, please, one thing I want to let you know, that you are feeling that, okay, so there is a fear before the exam. I have seen this in the students, right? So you are very afraid. Even if you know, even if you have already shown, right, your dedication by attending all these 7 days sessions, that you have, you are dedicated. So that's enough. Okay, now what you have to do, just go to the exam and keep calm there. Okay, because in sometimes everything is going inside mind, that I would be able to qualify or not. What happens if I don't qualify? Don't think that, because I want all of you uh, to I mean I don't want that you come back from the exam and you have regret. Okay, you have regret that, oh, I could solve that questions, I could do that, I could do that. Oh, I have made a silly mistake. Okay, so please keep in mind that one point, you would first grab the easy problems, then you will spend time on the other problems. The third thing is that you would not make mistakes. Please write the steps on the rough paper. Okay, sometimes we do everything in mind. Okay, so sometimes what happens that writing the steps on paper reveals the solutions, right? Sometimes this happens. Okay, so write everything clearly. Sometimes what happens that we have a rough paper. Okay, for them, assume that you have a rough paper. So say, okay, let me add a page. Okay, so yeah, give me 1 minute. Okay, so this is rough paper, say. Okay, please avoid this mistake. Okay, what I'm going to let you know, this happens to me when I was giving these exams. So what happens to me, I think that if I do not make such kind of mistakes, then my score would be more higher. Although my score was very higher in the exams, but this would happen because I also made mistakes of calculation mistakes sometimes, where there's the answer is 56, and somehow I made a mistake and it was 58. Such kind of the only mistakes I made in exam were the calculation mistakes. Okay, that the answer is 56 and I somehow got 58. Okay, just plus minus mistakes. So why that happens, let me tell you. Okay, suppose you have this rough paper and you start writing. So rough paper doesn't mean that you have to write here everything. Get that from where you have started, right? And suppose that you have a doubts, you stuck here and you don't think that this is right, and you want the calculation from here to here, but you don't you this is not useful for you now, right? So try to write very, in a good way. Okay, like this, line by line, so that if you need that thing, you can see here instead of writing it again. This takes your time. This happened to me. Actually, most of the time I did in mind. But what happens that in the rough paper I try to do like that. Okay, so I have written something here, I have written something here, I have written something here. Okay, and when some new question comes, then okay, there is a small place, then I let small empty place, so I write here, then I start writing here. Okay, sometimes I felt that, oh, I need the calculation again, then I have to start it again. Okay, that took the time. So do you understand? Avoid this thing. Okay. Uh, okay. So, and one more thing. one last thing is that sometimes our this kind of mindset that I would not be able to qualify this exam. I mean, make ourselves very weak, believe me. Because we have already believed that I would not be able to qualify this exam, then definitely this happens. We go to the exam, and because we already have confidence, oh, we can't do this. Even if we have well prepared, if we have solved every previous year exam, and we have worked hard, and we are good at maths also, but still we have a confidence that TFR exam is very tough, and we would not be able to qualify because I mean the reasons may be many regions. Okay, I can't list everything here. So what happens if you flip the mindset? Okay, I have prepared for 1 year, and I have solved the previous years, and in the previous year exams I have seen my, you know, I have seen that I was able to solve the problem. So in this exam I can also solve. Okay, so flip your mindset and go with the mindset that you will be able to utilize the preparation you have did so far. Okay, right? But listen this carefully. When a lot of students come back from exam hall, then they realize that this happens to you also. Okay, then they realize that, oh, I could solve this, I could solve this. Oh, I have made a silly mistake, I could not have I mean, I should not have done this. Okay, I don't want to feel like that. Now feel it that you will make a mistake, so you don't have to make a mistake. Okay, you will be, very careful during the exam. Okay, you will be very careful during the exam. You will not be making up mistakes, you will not be in hurry. Sometimes being in hurry, you are doing things very fast, very fast. Don't be too over smart in the exam. Okay, because sometimes this makes the miscalculations and you got the answer wrong. Okay, so you take some counter example, and that was missing some of the hypothesis of the question, and then that statement should be true, but you make it false, and you lost 2 marks. True or false questions are of 2 marks, right? Two negative, two positive. And please, tukka mat lagao. Okay, okay, so you may think that, okay, I'm not able to okay, sometimes what happens that I teach students, then they, some student replies to me. I ask that why this is incorrect. They say that, oh sir, I have tried a lot but not finding any counter example. If you are unable to finding a counter example, that doesn't mean that the question is in, I mean, there does not exist a counter example. Okay, if you are not able to find, it's okay, the counter example will still be there. Okay, so sometimes it will happen to you that you are solving some you are dealing with some question in part B, and you are unable to finding some counter example, and you think that, oh, there does not exist a counter example. They arrange, I mean, they make the question in such a way that it feels to you. Okay, sometimes it happens that the true statement feels false. If you are not able to solve it, then you will say that, okay, just take it false. What happens if the one question is wrong? That will cost you -2 marks. Okay, and suppose that the cutoff was 41 and you got 39, then okay, तुक्का लगा लो जब if you have crossed 60, and suppose that you have done 30 questions correctly. Okay, then I gave you permission to do that. But would you be able to do that? But if you have already solved 30 questions, then why do you need that? Okay, in any case, don't do that. Don't take the risk. Okay, but if you are 90% sure, then I leave it uh, on you. I mean, what you have to do that. Okay, I don't say that don't take something and don't take something. Okay, don't, no, I mean, leave something. Okay, so this is all from my side. I think I have included all the points, but if you have some questions, then please do ask. Because I have experience of facing a lot of competitive exams. I have TFR, NBHM, CSI, NET, and GATE. In every exam I did very well, top. So you can ask me if you have some questions. Okay, you must ask, because I can, I may have not included something that needs you, right? So you must ask if you want to ask something. Yeah. तो किसी भी विद्यार्थी को कुछ पूछना हो तो अवश्य पूछें, ठीक है? पूछने में संकोच ना करें।
I request you to keep the video on and introduce yourself
Yeah.
before asking question and sharing the feedback. That will
Yeah,
be
definitely. If you can turn on the video, I will also be able to see that
yeah.
whom I'm teaching for 7 days.
So we request all the participants for yeah, if it possible, please switch on the video so that we can meet each other. So feel free to share
Hello,
your
sir.
yeah yes.
Uh, yes, 1 second, sir. So I had a doubt regarding the cutoff marks.
Uh-huh.
I was asking that you just said that the PhD cutoff is slightly higher than the integrated PhD cutoff. How much higher can it be typically?
Soris, your name is
Yeah, yeah,
Soris.
right.
Okay, I think, but I have no idea about it. It is definitely higher because they do not reveal the cutoff. But from the experience, from the I have seen the student who have qualified, and I know their marks. From the last time, one of the students, Suvo Ghosh, qualified for TFR Mumbai. He has 47 marks, and two friends are also there. They have one have 41 marks and one has 40 marks. So they are all of PhD, but I don't know anyone who qualified last time for integrated PhD. Yeah. So I mean, I don't have any idea really. But there would be a difference, like I mean, 5 or maybe 5 marks, not
Okay.
much.
So one
But
more
I'm not.
question is that,
Yeah. Yeah.
sir, I face a bit problem in solving those sort of questions where they ask find the number of roots of a given function within a given interval, and
Okay.
we often analyze the solutions in a way that we find the derivatives and the second derivatives and check whether we have an increasing function or a decreasing function in the provided interval.
Right.
But
Right.
the problem is that I often get confused in solving such problems. Is there any sort of a reference which I can follow as a last revision before the exam?
Okay, so you don't have to follow any reference. Let me tell you, you already maybe familiar with that. Sometimes you use the derivative test, but sometimes it is also helpful to use the IVP. You know,
Okay, yeah,
right. Suppose you have a given function and you see that it takes a value. Say, okay. Suppose you have 3 points. Okay, 1, 2, 3. To understand, to simplicity, let's take 1, 2, 3, and you see that it takes a negative value at 1, it takes positive value at 2, then there is a root between 1 and
right,
2, and the
right.
same thing happens that again it becomes negative at 3, then there is a root between 2 and 3, so you get two roots. So I mean, sometimes it is always useful, it is also useful to see that how many roots some given function has. Okay, but derivative test is also very helpful. So
Okay,
I usually do these two things to, I mean, figure it out that how many roots a given function or a polynomial can have, right? So
right,
because
sir.
there is a question in the last exam, a second question what I have shown you, but right, a second question
Yes,
like
sir.
this. So this involves only derivative, right?
Right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah, this one. Yeah. So I think that answers your question. This question, right?
right,
Second
right,
question.
right,
Okay.
sir.
So practice it. As much you practice, you will not get confused. Okay.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh,
Yeah.
Sarish Gupta, could you please introduce yourself?
So my name is Shodish Gupta, and I am currently in my final year of MSc Mathematics from Jadavpur University.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Sarish, try to
Yeah.
score maximum mark.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let the TIFR team decide their cutoff. You try
Thank you, sir.
to
Thank you.
score the maximum that you can.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. Right, sir.
All the very best.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Sarish. Thank you. Yes, Dhruv, you can speak now.
Sir, uh,
Hmm?
firstly, you had asked one question. I was never able to give the solution.
Okay, but
Should
you
I
can
say it
give it
now?
to me in Telegram, okay? Just send it to me Telegram.
Okay.
Because if you reveal the solution,
Okay.
that would not be exercise for other student, right? That would no more be exercise for other student.
You had asked it 2 classes ago. I wasn't able to give the solution. As in, I had it, but I didn't give
Okay, so you
on
have
Telegram.
solved question
Okay,
and
sir.
you want to let me know.
Huh. And
No,
like
just
if I should give right now or
yeah, just send it to me in Telegram. Okay, I will see it.
okay. Sir, I
Don't
also had
really.
a question of around TIFR.
What question do you have?
Mostly what I've been noticing for me, firstly, I'm a final year BSc student from
Mm-hmm.
KC College, Mumbai. And
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that in this, I'm able to solve the real analysis problems like competitively. Not like I'm doing everything, but competitively. But when it comes to especially field theory, that group theory, field theory questions, it's not happening.
Okay, so
And
you.
the linear algebra questions, they are somewhat simple. So now TIFR exam is tomorrow. So but the NBHM exam is also coming. So for now, both of these exams, what should I do right now?
ओके तो समस्या ये है कि तुम रियल एनालिसिस की समस्याएं कर पा रहे हो लेकिन लीनियर अलजेब्रा और अलजेब्रा इसमें समस्या हो रही है राइट
Yes, sir.
Okay, so right, what books have you read for these? Algebra, linear algebra, and abstract algebra. Have you read some books?
Abstract algebra, I've read Hegelian.
Okay.
Group theory.
Okay.
And linear algebra. Linear algebra actually I've learned mostly through. We would have these NBHM organized workshops from there, not from a book-wise course.
Okay, so what I usually suggest to student is that first they should read from some books. Okay, what I do, okay, this works for me and this may also work for you. I used to pick some book, some standard book like Gallium is a very good book. So I have also started from that book. So first take a book and learn everything from that. I mean, learn concept from that. Okay, read it line by line, Gallian book. So now you don't have that much time. Okay, don't do that for the moment. For the moment, what you can do, I will let you know. But after the exam, what you can do. Okay, so you have, suppose I have this book. Yeah, this is dummy 10 put a book, right? Okay, so it has. Algebra content is there. Linear algebra is also has. Okay, it also has linear algebra. So in the first part, group theory is there. Okay, just read the group theory first concept and then solve exercise immediately. Given in the book. When you will solve the exercise, then it will build up the concepts and then try to solve the questions from exam, right? If you will solve this book, okay, for example this book, then you will definitely be able to solve exams from question. So what you need is that you need to practice. Okay, practice will do that. Okay, the more and more you will practice and you will be able to solve the questions in the exam also. Okay, I mean exam and the questions from NBHM exam and the questions from any other exam. Okay, so first you have to do some book in a efficient way. I used to do this. I first suppose I have to do the algebra, then I take a book and solve exercises, then go to the exam, then I pick exam and try to solve. And it happens that I mostly I do the problems. Most problems I could solve. Yeah.
I forgot to mention I read the Kumar Sen book.
Kumar Sen book for reals.
Yeah. Linear algebra, also real analysis somewhat.
That was very
linear algebra.
Yeah, that was very
I
good.
haven't finished
that
it.
is very good book for real analysis. I have also read it.
Okay, Dhruv, could you introduce yourself? It will be.
I'm a final year, third year BSc student from KC College, Mumbai.
Okay, Dhruv, all the very best for your exams.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, Nandana Ramesh.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you
you
are
are.
audible. Nandana, if possible, please keep your video on.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes. Am I visible, sir?
Yeah,
Blank.
not a black screen only, I think. Okay, you just share your opinion, your comments. If the video is not properly working.
Okay, sir. Sir, I got the same doubt that Praveen had. So I just read the instructions of TIFR, and it says that the evaluation process for the integrated PhD program at TIFR CAM will only consider the answers to part A.
It only consider the part A score for the CAM.
We have applied for CAM, sir.
So can you send it to me, because I am unaware of it. If there is a rule change, where have you read this?
The
Nandana,
TIFR instructions itself, sir.
Nandana, you can share a screenshot of
Just send it to me.
I will share with
Okay,
them.
sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, there may be if you two are saying, but still you have to attend the questions from part B for the TFR Mumbai.
Okay.
I-
It's
But
given that
send
the
it. Okay, there might be a misunderstanding, or it really might be true. But just send it to us.
Lalit,
Hmm.
I have forwarded it, the screenshot. Wait. Yeah,
Okay, so in WhatsApp.
yeah, in WhatsApp I have shared.
So let me.
Yeah, in that it is being mentioned that the evaluation process for the integrated PhD at TIFR CAM will only consider answers to part A. For students applying to any other program, all questions are mandatory.
Right. It's true if you have taken it from the official website, but I am unaware of
yes, sir.
the. Yeah, but still you have to solve the questions from part B, because
Okay, yeah. I think Lalit, we can suggest that try to attend the part A with all efforts, and after that, if time remains, try to do the part B.
yes.
And I think that may be the good strategy in this
I mean,
situation.
there is no problem of, time management. I have seen that you will not feel the time management problem in the exam. So what happens that don't give up. Okay. I have seen students around me at the last moment that they are just sitting like this. They give up. Really, if they could solve questions like 24 questions, they solved. But in the TFI exam, it feels like we have tried, right? Suppose you have solved 24 questions, okay, for the moment. Now, the tricky question would be there. But don't give up at the last moment. Try, just spend all the time. If you have even 1 second, just try that. It might happen that at the last 1 second, you feel that, oh, it's true, I have read somewhere it. So just take it. Okay. So you will not feel this kind of thing that I don't have less time. Just solve questions from part A, and as much as you can, then go to the part B. Okay, you will have enough time. Believe me, you will have enough time. In the TFR
Okay,
exam,
sir.
no one has complained about the time management ever. I have told the student, but they never said that we have, lack of time. Why? Because those student who have not prepared but appeared for the exam, they obviously will not feel that the time is less, right? And those students who have prepared and solved questions and have good practice, why they will feel? Why do they feel uh, they feel that lack of time? They will not feel, right? Because they have practice. So you will, in any case, you will not feel.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
thanks for letting me know about that, because I also unaware of that the TFR can consider this. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Last time when you told about this, I asked Praveen about this, so we were just confused about this thing. So I just cleared it out.
Yeah. Okay. Good. But actually, he, the one who asked Praveen, right? Was he Praveen?
Yes,
Some
sir.
student. Yeah. So he asked that. For integrated PhD, but TFR Mumbai would not do that, right?
only for CAMS Bangalore,
Yeah.
CAM Bangalore.
Yeah. Okay.
Nandana, you can share your feedback also through about the
Yes, sir.
complete 1 week session.
Yes, sir. So
share.
yeah, I'm Nandana Ramesh, third year BSc student from Amrita Vishwavidyapitham. And I should say that the session has really helped me understand the TIFR previous year questions better. And since Lalit sir doesn't just explain the questions, but also goes into the related topics, which makes it much more clearer. The mock test that was conducted was a very good experience for me. And yesterday, Lalit sir discussed a lot of questions from that also. And he even solved some extra problems the day before the mock tests also. And it's been super helpful for me for the last minute preparation. And even though I have studied most of the TIFR syllabus during my UG, I found many problems harder to solve. And the session has made a big difference. Thanks to Vinod sir for organizing such a great and helpful session. And it's been really valuable as we get ready for the exam. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Nandana.
Okay, so you are a PG student, by the way?
No, sir, I'm a third year BSc student.
Third year BC student. Okay. So yeah.
Okay, Varun Vinayak. If you want to make any comment, you can make. I think you have raised the hand. Few. Yeah, Kirtana, you can.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, yes, Varun, you can speak now. Kirtana, wait for a minute.
Yes, sir. I had the same doubt regarding the integrated PhD.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So it is
Okay.
clear now, right? Thanks for asking this doubt.
Yes, sir.
Varun, meanwhile, you can introduce yourself and share your feedback. Okay. Okay, Kirtana, you may.
Good evening, sir. I'm Kirtana from PSG College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. So I actually had a small doubt regarding this whole Part A, Part B thing. So since it was mentioned that for CAM, the Bangalore Institute, only Part A is considered. Is there no integrated PhD course for School of Mathematics, the Institute of Mumbai? That was a doubt I had. Or is there only PhD course there?
No. Integrated PhD course is also there
Okay.
in the TIFR Mumbai.
Okay.
They will
And
consider the
I
Part B course also if it was not written there.
okay, sir. And I also wanted to share my feedback. So I wasn't able to attend classes for 2 weeks because of bad network here at hostel. But the mock test I was able to attend it, and I also attended the rest of the 3 classes, 4 classes, sorry. And it has been an eye-opening experience in my opinion, because after coming to college, my interest for mathematics had started dwindling a bit. I only focused on what was taught in class. I wasn't able to read and learn as much mathematics outside college as I want to. But attending these classes made me realize how much I know as well as how much I don't know. So I was able to, realize that and also learn a lot of stuff. The way you took the class, handling each doubt and explaining each point, it was really, really helpful. And I've been also using your notes the whole day today, the previous year questions, watching solution for each question I have a doubt in. There were a few rare solutions which only were accessible for members, but overall, most of the answers were available and it really helped a lot. So I think this really will help boost my marks for the exam. So I'd like to thank both Vinod sir and Lalit sir for this 7-day crash course.
Okay, you
Thank you,
did
sir.
well also in this 7-day session. So you answered a lot of questions. Let me know after the exam.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kirtana.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Sudha Mukherjee. You may speak now.
sir, can you help me with a problem?
Yeah, what did you say?
Can you help me with a problem?
Yeah, what problem do
I
you
have a
have?
doubt. Yeah, that's from TIFR 2023 question paper. That's from the true-false
Okay.
section B.
Okay.
16 number question.
What is the 16 number question?
Suppose G and H are two countably
Okay,
infinite
I
available.
understand. Okay, yeah, I know the question. Suppose G and H are two countable groups, infinite groups, in which every non-identity element has order 7, then they are isomorphic, right?
Yeah, and G cross H, every element, non-trivial element has order 7.
Yeah, I mean, that implies that thing. So, yeah, okay, let me tell you. You have groups G and H, okay? They every non-identity, so it follows that every non-identity element of G and H is also of order 7, right? Right?
Yeah.
It follows, right? So they are countably infinite, so they becomes vector spaces. How over Z7? How you can act? Let me tell you. Pick some element of Z7, then the action of Z7 over G on G will be defined as say you pick 3 from Z7, okay? Then 3 and X from G, then 3X will be X plus X plus X, like this. You can define the action. This is a well-defined vector space action. I mean, this is a well-defined field action, and with this action, G becomes a vector space and H becomes a vector space. So G and H are vector spaces over the field Z7, and they both are countably infinite. So their bases are countably infinite because say bases are B1 and B2. If the bases are countably infinite, then there is a bijection between the bases, right? Because both are countable sets, so countable infinite sets. So that bijection can be linearly extended to G and H, and so G and H becomes isomorphic as vector spaces. So they are isomorphic as groups. And I know that so it may happen that you could not understand this argument, but please ask me in the group. Okay, I will send you a video where I have explained this. Okay.
Okay.
But the all thing is that G and H becomes vector spaces, and as vector spaces they are isomorphic. Okay, over Z7.
Okay, so thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sangsudha Mukherjee. If any others would like to share a feedback or would like to ask something, you can make it now. Okay. Okay, Praveen, could you share some feedback?
Yes, sir. But I'm having very poor network issue connection. So if I
We can
on the
hear you.
video, I might get logged out.
Okay.
Okay, no issue. Continue with audio.
Yes, sir. So Lalit sir, last 1 week has been a great experience for me. Even before last, I have started the preparation for TIFR like more than 1 month ago. But then I used to get stuck on most of the questions. And surprisingly, you had discussed a lot of them. And I was like, oh my God, it was so easy. I should have followed this pattern only. So it was a eye-opening session, I would say. I really hope that the tips and tricks and those extra questions that you asked during those sessions would really help me, not only for TIFR but for JAM and other upcoming exams. So it was indeed a very fruitful week for me. Thank you for the great sessions.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Praveen. So, Lalit, thank you from the whole Math Aspirants team for your time and your efforts to help our members.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, let us wish our participants a very best for their performance in the forthcoming exams. And also, I would like to request you to handle this type of sessions for the other exams also through our platform.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Okay.
we would think about NBHM upcoming exam.
Yeah. That will be very helpful. This type of activities will be certainly very helpful for them.
Definitely. Okay.
So once again, I would like to express my sincere gratitude and thanks to Mr. Lalit for actively involving and helping our group. And also, I would take this opportunity to appreciate him for taking all these efforts to help the juniors. Also, I would like to wish him all success in his research and academic career.
Thanks.
All
Yeah.
the very best, Lalit. And
Thank you.
also all the very best to the participants. Okay, let us wind up here.
Yeah. Okay. So before we close, I want to leave you with something useful. As you know, in just 7 days. Oh, what happens? Hello.
Yeah, yes, you are visible and audible. Yes, Lalit.
Hello.
Yeah, you are visible and audible. No issue.
So I got disconnected.
No, no, no. I am listening
I
you.
think. So I got disconnected, right?
No, no. You are there in the meeting.
So were you able to listen me? What I was saying?
Yeah,
I don't
yes.
think so. You could listen me because it was showing that it's disconnected. So
No,
could you
no.
listen me at the last
Yeah,
moment?
yes. Yes, yes. Yes, Lalit.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes, Lalit. Please continue.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes. Yes, Lalit. Are
You
you
are
hearing
audible.
me? You are audible.
Hello. So can you listen me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. So it shows that I got disconnected again and over again. So let me leave from the one device. Okay, so now I'm audible.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so thanks. So before we close, I want to leave you with something useful. As I said, as you know that in just 7 days, it was impossible to solve every past TFR question in detail. So, but here's what I have done. So I have already created a collection of detailed solutions for all the TFR exam questions. I know that the exam is tomorrow, but you can watch that after the exam because that would be useful for your NBHM exam also. Okay, so I have shared the material with the professor. They will be sending it to the group. So these are very full length videos where I solve each problem step by step. So thank you all for being part of this 7-day journey, and I wish you all the best for the exam. And if you ever need support or resources, you know where to find me. Okay, so go in with confidence and you will come on the success. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, okay. All the very best to all participants. Let us wind up here. Bye.
Bye.